The article title is called "The 10 Most Common Toxicosis in Cats." It's written by Valentina Marola. She's a doctor of veterinary medicine, along with Eric Dunniar, who is a master's of science and also a VMD. I'm not exactly sure what that stands for, VMD, but maybe a veterinary medical doctor. I don't know, but a DABT, that's another acronym I am not familiar with as well. But certainly these folks have some education behind them, and it's a peer-reviewed article. And it was published in the magazine called Veterinary Medicine in June of 2006, pages 339 through 342. So it has it's written in English. It's not an academic piece. It's basically kind of a survey that they collected from call 4 years at a clinic that they were involved with, or a clinic that they're associated with, or got the data from. The data of complaints 4 years prior to them writing this particular article. And their information's kind of telling, so I thought it would be of interest for people who might get that call about a cat being exposed or not acting right after you did a service call. Let's take a look. So understand that the causes of cat injuries and issues and medical problems are myriad, and so they only discussed what they saw was the 10 most common that they encountered at this particular clinic's data. And so we're going to go through them like a top 10, 1 to 10, right? So the top 10 may be different today here in 2025 than it was in 2006, but nevertheless, you're going to get the point. Namely, that there are a variety of things that could cause harm to cats. It's something just to keep in mind, to take a deep breath when you get that call, because it may not be your fault. Okay, so the first one that they mentioned was called canine permethrin insecticides. And so these, of course, are used. Often they're surface applications or exterior applications to dogs to keep fleas and ticks off of them. Of course, sometimes people misapply them to cats. And that can cause tremors and seizures in cats who are exposed to this. Sometimes it's when a cat is laying up against a dog that was treated. Now, this can be from sometimes just sort of an exterior treatment, or perhaps the dog has been dipped, right? I don't think they do a lot of dipping anymore, but nevertheless, this is where the cat would be exposed, and the signs can appear within 24 to 72 hours, right? So perhaps, you did a service the day before, and all of a sudden the cat is starting to act tweaky, and they blame you because you were there, even though they forgot, maybe the dog got exposed, or maybe they exposed the cat directly because the cat had fleas. Who knows, right? So this number 2 was other topical insecticides. And what they found is that cats will lick it off of their body, which is a normal behavior for cats, and then they get this hypersalivation. So the cat isn't really being poisoned per se, although it's probably not good for the cat, but the cat is reacting to tasting of the insecticide, and so it starts, having more saliva coming out of its mouth. It starts getting agitated, and there may even be vomiting involved. Therefore, people are thinking, hey, the cat has been poisoned, right?